guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. So what we're actually doing in this video is actually changing out the taillights on my F150. These currently are the Morimoto version 1 taillights. I've been running these for a little over a year now. And Morimoto just came out with the generation 2, the Gen 2s. And they're a little bit more OEM looking. I really did like the look of these lights, especially like when they light up. It gives a really cool rear end look and everything. Plus the detail on them is pretty cool. If you go up close, it looks like the tail light just goes into infinity there. And I have the smoked version, so it does look really good. But I was never 100% on them. And the main reason is because of the overall design of the housing. So as you can see, it bumps out and everything. It's a little bit different than stock. Here's a little bit better look. So as you can see, the overall housing is different. I was never a big fan of when lighting companies change the overall housing. I never understood why companies just don't keep it like an OEM housing and change it up so much. I get there's more components and everything in these LED taillights, but I was kind of back and forth on them, but I've been using them for the past year. And then I saw the new generation come out from Morimoto and I knew I had to scoop them up. So I actually ordered them over a month ago on pre-order. And so I've been waiting for them to come in. And as of right now, they're not in yet, but they should be in a couple weeks. However, I put these up for sale and I kind of just left them there waiting for somebody to snag them, and somebody did. So I got to remove these and I'm going to be putting the stock taillights back in for the time being. Not a big fan of them, but hey, at least I have them so I can sell these off now and bring them off to the new owner. And then once the new Morimoto ones come in, we can install them. It's gonna be in the same video, but I just figured I would record this now since I'm taking these out. And I figured it would be a good comparison in the video showing the two different styles. They're both great, but I just think the new generation looks a little bit more OEM. And also I went with the dark red color instead of the smoked color. Again, I do think it looks good on the black, but more of an OEM plus kind of guy. So I think the darker cherry red is gonna look even better on the truck here. So let's go ahead, let's remove these. It's really simple. So I'll just show you real quick before we get into it. But you pull down the tailgate and you can see, I think these are 8 or 10 millimeter. You take these two screws off, they slide out, you unplug them. It's as simple as that. So let's go ahead, let's start removing these, and then I'll put the stock one on side by side so you can see comparison, and then we can go from there. So let's get cracking and take these out. All right, so we got the driver's side done. As you can see, a huge difference. These are just normal incandescent bulbs, so pretty darn ugly. And the reverse bulb is just the ugly yellowy orangey color, whereas this is complete full LED. So huge upgrade. As you can see, it was just a simple plug and play. So no splicing of wires or anything like that. Really simple. And it really gives some aggression to the rear end. So I'm really looking forward to the Gen 2s to come in because they're beautiful. They're also BLIS compatible on the Generation 2. These ones, the version 1s, are not. So it's really cool for people that do have that option. I do not on my truck. I do not have the BLIS, so I'm not worried about it, but it is transferable on the Generation 2s. I will show you that once those come in. I'll show you just where they go and everything because I have a little place on the back of the taillight for them. You just transfer them over from your stock taillights onto the new Morimoto Gen 2s. But let's go ahead, let's swap the other side, and then I'll pick this video probably back up once the new ones come in, give you some detail, go over everything. But I gotta say, as much as I love the dark smoked color on the truck, just because everything else is blacked out, I really do like the red coloring. And the ones that I got from Morimoto, the Gen 2s, it's like a dark smoked cherry, so it's gonna look really good against the black and give it some nice contrast, but not blend in too much. And it's more of an OEM looking housing as well. So I'm really looking forward to those coming in. I've been waiting for like a month and a half for those already. So, all right, so let's go ahead and swap to the other side real quick. Before I throw the stock one on, I just wanted to make a cool little point. As you can see, the little tabs right there, the little black little pins on the stock ones, they are plastic. So got to be really careful on the Morimotos. If we show them over here, as you can see, they're actually metal. So really, really nice, and they're much more robust overall, so they're gonna last a long time. And I found they actually pop into these little grommets right here much better and hold better. Not that these don't, but that is just one part where Ford, I guess, cut the cost. That is expensive to make metal ones there, but thought I would point that out, and that was interesting. All right, so I got them off, all cleaned up. I'm going to put them in the original Morimoto box that it came with, since I had the stock one stored in there. But it's pretty crazy how cool the truck looks. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell on camera here, but how cool it looks with the red tails. I'm so used to the black that gives a nice, some contrast on the back. So I think the Morimoto Gen 2s with the cherry red color that I chose is gonna be perfect, and really, really gonna fit the truck well. So let me go ahead, pack these up, but here's a last look at the Gen 1s. Loved my time with them, and they look really, really nice. Has a really nice backup light and everything. Very, very bright, has cool running lights on the side, as you guys saw. And yeah, so looking forward to the Gen 2s, but I will pick this video back up once the new ones come in, which should be in about a week or two. We'll go over all the details and everything and how they light up and just kind of show what they look like in motion. So I will catch back up with you guys in a couple of weeks once the new ones come in. About 5-6 months later since that last clip, and the main reason is because these taillights were on back order for quite some time. When I originally purchased them, it was Black Friday, so in November. It was for a pre-order, and they were said to be delivered early January, so that is why I ended up selling off the Gen 1s. These were supposed to come in probably that same week when I was recording the video, or last couple clips that you guys just saw. And then they pushed it to, I think, March, and then it went to April, then May, and then finally June, and they finally came in. But after 7 months of waiting, I opened up the box. Well, first thing I did was I checked the label, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I opened them up, and unfortunately, after all this wait, they sent me the wrong color. So I ended up ordering the red, as I've talked about in other videos, but they ended up sending me the black version, the smoked version, which honestly is really nice, and I think it will look pretty darn cool on the truck. With the Gen 1s being all black and with the theme of the truck, which is all blacked out, the smoked versions do look very, very nice. However, I kind of got a little tired of it, and I'm more of an OEM Plus kind of person, and I saw that these were sold in a dark cherry red. So that is what I ordered, because I wanted to go back to like an OEM Plus kind of look. And unfortunately, it was just a mishap, and I got sent these smoke versions. But again, super nice. Let me take them out of the packaging for you so you can get a better look. All right, so here is the driver's side. I just took it out just so you guys can take a look. It is extremely nice. Much higher quality than the Gen 1s. These things actually have some weight to them, which is really nice. The other ones felt, you know, what a basic taillight feels like, which is just mainly made of plastic. But this thing honestly has some pretty decent weight to it. I was pretty shocked. So if you look in the back, there's some really nice connections and everything. And down here is the main reason why everybody's getting these. It's because they're BLIS compatible. Again, I'm going to show you how all this works when the proper ones that I order, the proper color comes in. But I wanted to at least show you these, because I know some people are interested in the smoked version, and it's kind of cool that I have the opportunity to, I guess, have both for a short while. So we can maybe do a comparison from the black to the red. So if anybody's interested in either color, maybe this video will help them out, and you guys can decide which ones you want. But really nice. I really do like the shape of these much better than the previous ones. It doesn't bump out like crazy. You know, the whole design isn't much different than stock, which is what I preferred. I really don't like when aftermarket lighting companies change up the entire shape of the headlight or taillight or anything. And these are pretty close to stock. It does bump out a little bit, but honestly, that is not bad at all. I'm totally okay with that. And yeah, so these are really nice. I'm really impressed with the overall quality and just the look of them. It's a much more OEM plus kind of look. These are actually the running lights, so around here and around here. The brake light is up here, reverse light is over here. I'm pretty sure the blinker is in here as well. I'm not 100% sure, but as I mentioned, these are BLIS compatible, which is a huge thing because I know a lot of people didn't get the Gen 1s because it wasn't compatible with the BLIS, which is the blind spot monitoring, blind spot radar, or whatever you want to call it. So now that this is available, I bet you these things are going to be really popular and a lot of people are going to buy them. But we're going to have to wait a little bit longer, unfortunately. Hey, I've been waiting 7 months, so what's another couple days, a week or so. I'm going to update you guys finally once the new ones or the correct ones come in. Hopefully we'll still have these so I can do a back-to-back comparison, but I may have to send these. Well, I know I have to send these back. I'm just not sure when, but I'll update you guys. Maybe we'll throw one of them on the truck so you can guys just see what it looks like, and we can go from there. But I figured I would document that, show you it, let you guys know what's going on. So I'm going to put these back in the box, put them back with all the coverings and the bags and everything, and I'll update you guys once the correct red ones come in. So this is the following day from the last clip. I am actually returning the smoked Gen 2s, but I wanted to at least throw one on just so I can have the comparison in this video so you guys can see both options. I'm not going to put both on. I just want to put one on real quick. I'm not going to bolt it up or anything. I'm just going to loosely put it on so I can personally get an idea as well. Also, you guys can see an option. These right here, these are the Valenti Jewel F150 sequential taillights. Very nice. I've actually done a video on them. Check them in the top right corner if you guys are interested. Very different design than what most people are used to, but really nice. Go ahead and check out that video if you want to see all the functionalities of them. They come in 2 colors as well, the dark red as well as the smoked. I went for the dark red just for that OEM plus look, but looks really cool. And I figured I would show you guys those in this video as well. But let me go ahead, take one of the Morimoto Gen 2s out, throw one on. I'm probably gonna do it on this side so we can get a little comparison. All right, so I loosely just put it in. I didn't even put the bolts in. I just barely put them in, as you can see there, just so it's staying. And I barely put them in the little pins over there, but really cool look. Obviously it looks great with the black. Also a really cool thing as well, if you guys notice, there's a couple different harnesses in the bags. So if you look close, there's the halogen harnesses for the 18 to 20s, and they also include the halogens for the 15 to the 17s as well, which is the ones that I'm using. If your truck did come with LEDs, you don't need any of the harnesses. You just plug it directly into the harness on the back of the taillight. So you have multiple options for many different years, generations, which is really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show you some of the functions of these. Again, I'm gonna show you the full install, kind of all the details once the correct color comes in, and we'll go over the BLIS and everything and kind of a little bit more detail, but I just wanted to at least see these on the truck, show you guys the option, and then I'll pick back up once I get the new ones. So there you go, went over the functionalities real quick of them. The running light that comes around here is super bright. I mean, even if we come over to the Valentis over here, which are extremely bright to begin with, the Morimoto 100% is brighter. These 3 rings, or these 3 lines right here, this is both the brake light as well as the blinker. So they just blink when you turn the blinker on, and obviously they just illuminate when you brake. Reverse light right here, this is the BLIS area if you do have that. But overall, I think it looks very nice. I'm really happy with these. I actually think, well, I know I prefer these over the Valentis. I think these look a little bit higher quality, and these are actually a little bit cheaper than the Valentis. But yeah, there we go. There is the black version. Let me go ahead and turn the light off so you can see. Looks super good. Again, I ran this same exact color on the Gen 1s on the truck for over a year. So I'm used to it. I think it does look very good. I think it will look good on white. Honestly, it would look good on any color, but black especially, since it'll blend in and look very menacing, especially with everything else that I got going on in the truck, which is all blacked out. I'm gonna go ahead and take these off, box them back up, put all the packaging and everything back, ship them back. Apparently the red ones are on back order. So I've been told they're not coming in until July. It is June right now. So pretty unfortunate. So that is why I wanted to at least show you these guys now. So hopefully they come in sooner, but as of right now, they're on back order until July. So we'll be waiting a full 8 months to finally get the correct color, the correct taillight. But hey, I'm not complaining. You know, it is what it is, and we'll just move on. But I will check back up with you guys in hopefully a couple weeks when the red version comes in, and we can do the final install and go over all the details. So it has been a full 2 months since I filmed my last clip. This is the longest ongoing video I have ever made. I started this back in the beginning of the year in January. It is now August, so it has taken me that long for me to get these taillights. Actually, I placed my order for these in November on the pre-order. Didn't even realize it was a pre-order at the time, so after I placed the order, I was like, a couple weeks went by, and I was like, wait, where are they? And then I realized it was for a pre-order. So they were originally expected in January, and then it got pushed to March, April, May, and then I finally got my set in June. However, as you guys noticed in the last clip, I got the smoked version, which was an order error. So then I reached out when I got the smoked ones. I was like, hey, I got the wrong color, and you know, can we exchange them for the red ones? They said, sure, no problem. However, the red ones are on back order again. So I had to wait another 2 months for these to come back in. So we finally got them. The coloring is awesome. I'm very, very happy. I think this color works very, very well with my truck since it's all blacked out, and the smoked red just looks really good. The stock taillights are super vibrant and red. They're kind of an eyesore, so I always prefer kind of the cherry red on taillights on all my cars. One of the really cool things about these taillights that I said I was going to mention is that these are BLIS compatible. What BLIS means is the blind spot radar. So some trucks you're able to option that system in your truck. So where it was located was in the taillights in this little section right here. So if we go ahead and turn this taillight over, you will see this silver box. If your truck is equipped with BLIS, all you have to do is remove your stock taillights, and then you're going to see 4 bolts on the back of the taillight. You remove them, take out the BLIS module, and then on the Morimoto taillight, you just take out those 4 bolts right here. Take this box out, plug in your stock BLIS module into here, and then bolt everything up, and you are BLIS compatible. I'm really happy that Morimoto finally did that, because I know a lot of people didn't buy the Gen 1s because it wasn't BLIS compatible. So now that these are the Gen 2s, I think a lot more people are going to buy them. They're going to be a lot more popular. And after seeing everybody put them on, they're very, very happy with the overall look and quality and everything. These are so, so nice. And I'm very, very happy I finally got my set. So without further ado, let's go ahead, throw these on the truck, and just see how they look. All right, guys, so I got the driver's side installed. Beautiful, absolutely love it. I mean, the red coloring looks fantastic on the black. It doesn't stand out too much, where the smoked one just blended in too much. One of the really nice parts about the red is that the outline of the taillight is in black, so it blends in with the color of the truck. And also down here is black, so it's not completely red, but man, looks so much better. Now, totally forgot, but I actually have the boost bar to install as well. So I got this a while ago. I got this back in November when I first ordered these taillights. So I'm going to install that as well. Basically, this is a little light that goes on the license plate that acts as an extra reverse light. So you get some super, super bright light when you are reversing. Now it's just literally a plug and play setup. So if you look on the back of the passenger side taillight, you will see that little red wire right there with the black connection. You just plug that right into the passenger side taillight, and you get an extra little reverse light. So really cool. We're going to install that as well. Almost forgot to put that on because honestly I forgot I had it. So let's go ahead and do that as well when we put the passenger side on. So before we go ahead and install the passenger side, since we need to connect the boost bar to the passenger side taillight, we're going to go ahead and put the bar in. So we need to actually remove the license plate. Obviously very simple. Just take out those 2 screws, and then we can mark where to drill the hole for the wire to pass through, and then we can go ahead with the install. So let me go ahead, remove the plate, and we can go from there. All right, so next step is actually to mount up the boost bar. Just put them on the holes of the license plate right there so we can know exactly where the boost bar is. Then we can mark the hole for the wire and drill. All right, so I got my hole marked right there. So I'm going to use a 1/4 inch drill bit. They say to use a 5/16, I'm going to try to get away with a 1/4 inch to see if I can pass it through and make a smaller hole. So let's go ahead and drill the hole. I just tried to pass the wire through it, but the wider part right here doesn't fit through the 1/4 inch, so I got a 5/16 on. So listen to what they say, use 5/16. All right, so let's go ahead and fish the wire through and pull it up to the passenger side. So one really cool thing is they include a little rubber grommet on there, so you can actually close up the hole and make it a nice watertight, clean seal. So props to Morimoto for including that. But yeah, really simple. So let me go ahead and get everything situated back on here, bolt it up, and we can go ahead and wire it out to the taillight. Alright guys, install complete. I'm going to show you the daytime tomorrow, but I just wanted to at least show you at night real quick. I ended up using some fancy titanium screws for the license plate, since the ones with the caps wouldn't fit with the bar, and I have a bunch of titanium hardware left over from my previous car, so I figured I might as well spice it up, and those happen to work. So I got those on there. Boost bar is installed very, very nicely, very firm. Can't even see the wire because it's behind there. And it looks really, really clean. I did a little test and it is super, super bright, but I will show you very, very quickly. And then tomorrow in the daytime, I'll kind of give you a little bit more of a walk around. But taillights look amazing. Absolutely love how they look on the black. I think it was absolutely the right choice over the smoked, and man, looks fantastic. So let me just turn them around real quick so you can see. So there are the running lights, beautiful. I think it looks very, very OEM, yet it still looks super aggressive and different. So really cool. Now let me show you the boost bar real quick. It's gonna be hard to show you with the lights just because it's gonna blow out the camera, but let me show you that real quick. So there is the boost bar, super bright. It's kind of hard to look at, to be honest, in person. And it also turns on with the reverse lights. Obviously that's what it's tapped into, but looks phenomenal, super, super clean. And I'm really happy with that overall. I got the truck in reverse with the emergency brake on, so hopefully the truck doesn't move forward, but looks fantastic. Here are the reverse lights, if you guys are interested. They light up in the bottom section of the taillight. Looks super cool. Got the reverse lights, got the Morimoto license plate lights, and yeah, looks super, super awesome. So I'm gonna wrap this up right now. I'll catch back up with you guys tomorrow in the afternoon so you can see some daytime shots and see what these things look like. Here's some day shots for you guys. Looks amazing. Again, nighttime was great, but really being able to see these in the daytime, I think really, really shows just how clean these things are. I know I've said this like 30 times, but I am super, super happy with the color choice. The smoked was really nice, and I think can look good, but I think the red just on my truck is perfect. There's actually, I think, a 2020 or 2019 F150 I saw driving around today, and I realized how similar these tails look like to OEM. So if you're looking for a really, really nice OEM option, but you still want aftermarket with much better internals and much better looking overall when they are lit up, I highly recommend the Morimoto Gen 2s. My entire truck is outfitted with all the Morimoto stuff, and these were just kind of the cherry on top. I am so pleased after all this wait that I'm so happy with them. So I got these from Lightworks. They're my go-to lighting place. So if you're looking to pick up some Morimoto Gen 2s or any lighting stuff for that matter, I got all my lighting things for all of my cars through Lightworks. Highly recommend them. Amazing company, and they can get you whatever you need. So that's gonna do it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions at all about the taillights or anything else on the truck, please leave them in the comments below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.